Hey guys, Run with Craft Scissors here with a little paper pumpkin project again. I figured I would just keep going because we've already done this one and this one, so we're on this one this time. So you make two of each, so I always make one ahead of time, figure out kind of some things I want to change or alter or ideas I have about how to go about putting it together because it's not really super clear. I'm sure there's other videos, I think it says on there. So I still have this one to go, but we're going to make this one today. So just love you. Just so cute. So I think you can use it for pretty much anything. Anniversary card, just to say I love you. You could use it as a birthday card, I think, because you love them on their birthday. I don't know. Just an idea. Okay, so this heart was from the other project. This one, it came out of there. And then we have our little wood, whatever you want to call that. And then we have two different inks. I think they want you to use this one for the little hearts that are around the edges. But I used this one and I like the way it popped, so we'll see. And then the washi you put on the heart. So let's go ahead and prep the heart. I'm a surgeon now. Been watching too much Grey's Anatomy. No, I'm just kidding. I just started, I think, the most recent season that's on Netflix, like today. So update on my bee sting if you guys have been watching me for a while. It's an infection. The bee, gave me an infection apparently. Not really sure how that goes about, but I guess you can be so allergic to the poison that it gives you an infection. So that's me, and so I'm on antibiotics right now, and I should be going back to work tomorrow, which is going to feel so weird after having let's see, I haven't gone back to work since last Friday, so I've been off work for 5 days. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. So I'm going to go in just a little bit. I don't really care if it's straight or not, what have you. I thought I liked how I cut this one at an angle on the other one. Oh, it's stuck. So the thing I'm using to cut is my Cricut scraper. That's why it has a little Cricut bug on it. Not sure if you can see it. It's super old. Okay, so there's that. Then you want to go ahead and stamp the U part before you put this down so you have space. But I like to see where this is going to land. So yeah, so my U will fit right here just fine. Okay, so I'm going to use the dark one that's Tranquil Tide. And I'm not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. The only things I've ever had was stuff that a friend has given me. And then I've done 2 paper pumpkin boxes. Once a year because they do that $5 thing. Okay. Perfect. And then I have my little heart ready to go in the other corner is how I did that. Okay, so I'm going to put the lid on that. This, you use the little dots that they give you, and you put those on the back. Now, something that I liked that I did on my other one was that I inked the edges of this. So I'm going to do that real quick, actually. I almost forgot that I did that. It kind of makes it pop against the card. So I just go and scrape the edges with it. You can buy special chalk ink that does this. I have some, but I want it to coordinate, so I'm just going to use these little squares, spots. So they call them Stampin' Spots, is what they call it. I'm not going super deep with the edging because mainly I just want to cover up those dot flaws that are sticking out. Now when you get to this part, you're always like, what am I going to do? So I just fold it a little, and then I'm just really lightly brushing it with the ink square. So that's how you do the middle if you have something like a heart. I found that out. I don't remember how. Probably going to card making classes because that's what I like to do when I had time. Okay, here's the dots. I was like, where'd those go? Okay, so I found that right here is good, and then I'm gonna put one up here. So do you guys do a lot of card making, or do you mostly just watch my Plan With Me and you're more of just a planner girl? I like this because it had washi in it. Most of their card making kits I find have washi in it, which is great because then it's like you find another use for it. So this one came with 2 rolls, the blue and the pink. It's the same pattern, just in 2 different colors, which I thought was nice. The last one that I got was, I think, the July one of last year, and it had stripe washi. And it had gold foil on the cards. It was really pretty. But these boxes regularly are, I think, $20 a month. And sometimes they're not cards. Sometimes they're projects. Not just little projects like this. You make boxes or banners or whatever it is. So I I'm not down for trying to make myself do projects like that every month, so I haven't done that. But if you're like, you want some motivation to be crafty, and it has little instructions, and you can usually find some videos, maybe even like this one, that are out there, people that have made it. But I just like, oh my gosh, these are the death of me. Every crafter knows how annoying those little backing of the dots are, hard to get off. I don't even really use these. I use the ones that like are on the rolls, and then I stick it to the project to lift it off, so I don't have to peel these little dots off. Okay, all the other ones seem to be a lot less difficult than you. Can you be less difficult? There you go. I knew you could do it. Okay, so then I just fold over the sides that have like flipped off the edge, like right there, because you don't want them to collect dust on your card eventually. The glue. Anyway. Okay, so that's gonna go there. And I purposely left some paper showing here because it does have trouble, I feel like, sticking to the washi. Because washi is supposed to be removable, so it kind of does that. So I'm gonna leave that to the side because we're done with that for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and close this. And then how I get it from popping back up is my Cricut scraper again. This tool, man, I just use it for everything. You guys see me. If I can't find this, I can't craft today. Like, that's just the way it is. I'm a dork. It's okay. All right, so for this part, we need the green strip and the pink strip, which I realized I flipped it in the one that I originally had made. I didn't really think about it. I was like, oh, green's on the top and the bottom. And then I think pink's behind. So I think it needs to go more like this. I like to stick them together before I lay them down so I can kind of judge the width of like how far apart they are on each side. And then you just kind of try to center it as best as possible, because I mean, you could take a ruler and like completely try to do that, but gotta get creative with it sometimes. Okay, so then you want to stick your heart down. They have 2 hearts over here and then 3 over here. And so I'm gonna do that. I was gonna try the light, but I really don't think it just looks so faded on the one that they did. Like, I barely even noticed that it was there. Like, there's little hearts right there, but I think what they did is they used this one on it, and I don't think that looked, like, you guys can't even see it. You can't even see it. I'll show you mine in a second. Well, you're gonna see this one first, and then I'll show you the 2 and we can compare what I did. Okay, so I like to take this and put this down right here so I know where to put my hearts. So I'm gonna put one up here, and then I'll put one over here, kind of tilted. You don't have to push down that much. I think I pushed down a little bit too hard on that one. And then one like right here. And the reason I'm not sticking this down yet is because it's gonna have the foam dots behind it, whatever you call those. Such a good crafter with all my terms. Okay, and then this one here, and then one over here. I think I want to turn it out a little bit more than I did on the previous one. There. So you can see those. Okay, I'll get the little foam. They call them something else. I call them pop dots, but I don't think that's what they call them. I think they call them something different. I don't remember what they call them. Probably says so in the little catalog thing. Adhere with dimensionals. I'm adhering with dimensionals. I sound all informed. I think a lot of people just call them pop dots though. But I'm sure that's like copyrighted or something, so they couldn't like call them that. Something along those lines. I don't even remember how many I used on the other one. I usually don't put it in the middle, because if you stand it up around the edges, you don't really need one in the middle, in my opinion. But you know, every crafter has their thing. You may layer this sucker with little foam squares. I don't know. I usually buy the little circle dots from Michaels, but their prices went up. They used to be $1 or $1.50, and now they're $2. I don't know if I have one nearby. Yeah, I do. It's the Studio G adhesive foam dots. Look like this. You get a whole sheet of them, and then look how much like extra there is around each one. I totally use that up. Anyway, this is my live at Michael's. Okay, so they're all sticky-fied. Yeah, I just make up words. Just go with it. Okay, I'm gonna stick that right there. I think that looks good. We're going with it. Okay, and that is pretty much the card. So I'll show you guys the difference between this one and my last one. I don't think there really is, other than I remember to switch the green pieces. These pieces are for the very last card that we make, and I thought it was cool. I thought these were just going to be cardstock and I was going to have to glue the backs, but they actually put it on sticky, so that was already had adhesive on it. So I thought that was kind of cool. So there's the one I had first made. This is the one I made in the video. That's the one I made before it. So you can kind of see I just flipped the pink and the green. I don't feel like I put this at an angle to see if I like that. This one I went straight across more with the love. I don't feel like it's at much of an angle. I don't know. So I don't know which one's better. Doesn't really matter to me. So, and then they have cute little cards that go with it that have like the inside envelope patterned. So it already comes with the envelopes. It's kind of nice. All right, thanks for watching. Give it a like and please subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!